name is Paul Horn, Senior Financial Planner, Benefit Financial Services Group. Today's video is going to be real quick. We're just going to talk about the basics of estate planning. When it comes to having a proper estate plan, there's really 4 documents that you need. If you have small children, then there's actually a 5th document that we want to add as well. The most basic form of estate plan is known as a will. This is simply put, who do you want to leave your belongings to? So we use a will typically to pass on family heirlooms, arts, jewelry, collectibles, things like that. When it comes to passing on financial assets, so think of investments, real estate, retirement accounts, for that we typically want to use a trust. A trust is an entity that you would set up, and within that entity then now you have more control of that money and when and how it goes to your heirs. The nice thing about a trust is it gives you more control over the assets. So for example, if you have minor children, if you use a will, they're going to get free access to that money at 18. I don't know about you, but you may not want your child want to have access to $1 million or more potentially when they turn 18. If you keep the money inside a trust though, now you can put rules around when and how they get that money. So for example, you could say that maybe that they can't touch that money until age 30 unless it's for going to school, starting a business, or down payment on their first home. So with a trust, it gives you more control over your financial assets. 2 other advantages of the trust are, number 1, it's going to keep your information private. What I mean by that is this. If you use a will and that's all you use, what happens is your information becomes public because it goes to court through a process called probate. Probate is both expensive and time consuming. Here in Orange County, for example, it takes about 8 to 10 months to get through the process of going through probate, and that's just the court saying that your heirs that they can have the money. But on top of it, it's pretty expensive. So if you have an estate of $1 million or more, for example, that fee is going to be around $24,000 just to the court. And then you're going to have your attorney fees on top of that. So that's why you want to use the financial assets inside that trust once you have more control over the money. And secondly, just to keep your information private and help make sure that your wishes are carried out more. So the trust helps protect you, also helps protect your kids from themselves. The third part of your estate plan is going to be having a power of attorney. This is simply stating who's going to take care of your financial affairs if you're unable to. So God forbid you're in a car accident, you're in a coma for 4 months. Who's paying your mortgage? Who's paying your electrical bills, your utilities, things like that. The 4th part of that is going to be who's making those medical decisions in that sort of scenario. So if you're in that coma or if you're on life support, who do the doctors need to talk to make those medical decisions, and what are those decisions? Do you want to be on life support or things like that? So the medical directive is very important for that perspective. Those are the 4 basic parts of your estate plan. That 5th is just going to be the guardianship paperwork. So if you have minor children, you want to have what's called guardianship paperwork, and that's just who's going to raise your kids. God forbid something happens to you and your spouse. If nothing else from today's video, if you have small kids or kids that are still under 18, please go out and get that guardianship paperwork. And if you live here in the state of California, please also make sure that you have some form of a basic trust. Feel free to reach out to us at financialplanning@bfsg.com with any questions or concerns. We'd be happy to help you guys with that. Thanks so much. Have a great day.